unstoppable. Right now, in this very moment, you possess a power that can reshape your entire life. It's not hidden away in some secret vault, waiting to be discovered. It's not locked behind a door that only the lucky few have the key to. No, this power is within you, coursing through your veins, pulsing with every beat of your heart. It's the power of belief, the unwavering conviction that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. Think about that for a moment. Let it sink in. You are unstoppable. Not you could be or you might be, but you are, right here, right now. The only thing standing between you and your dreams is the decision to act as if this were true. Now, I know what you're thinking, but I failed before. I've faced setbacks. I've been knocked down. And to that I say, good, because every failure, every setback, every time you've been knocked down has been a lesson. It's been preparation for this moment, the moment you decide to stand up, brush yourself off, and keep moving forward with the certainty that nothing can stop you. You see, being unstoppable isn't about never facing obstacles. It's about how you respond to those obstacles. It's about the mindset you bring to every challenge. When you act as if you're unstoppable, you don't see problems, you see opportunities. You don't see roadblocks, right? You see detours that lead to even greater destinations. Let me tell you a story about a man named Thomas Edison. You've heard of him, I'm sure, the inventor of the light bulb, among many other things. But what you might not know is that Edison failed over 1,000 times before he successfully created the light bulb. Can you imagine that? Over 1,000 attempts? Most people would have given up after the first dozen tries, let alone 1,000. But not Edison. When a reporter asked him how it felt to fail 1,000 times, Edison replied, "I didn't fail 1,000 times. The light bulb was an invention with 1,000 steps." That, my friends, is the mindset of an unstoppable person. It's not about never failing. It's about redefining failure. It's about seeing every setback as a step forward, every obstacle as an opportunity to grow stronger, smarter, and more resilient. Now, I want you to think about your own life. What dreams have you put on hold because you thought they were too big, too difficult, or too far out of reach? What goals have you abandoned because you hit a roadblock or two? It's time to dust off those dreams. It's time to revisit those goals, because when you act as if you're unstoppable, those dreams become inevitable, and those goals become mere stepping stones on your path to greatness. But here's the key. You have to act. It's not enough to simply think you're unstoppable. You have to live it. You have to breathe it. You have to embody it in every action you take, every decision you make. When you wake up in the morning, you need to look in the mirror and see an unstoppable force staring back at you. When you face a challenge, you need to approach it with the certainty that you will overcome it, no matter what. This isn't about blind optimism or a foolish bravado. It's about a deep, unshakable belief in yourself and your abilities. It's about recognizing that within you lies an endless well of potential just waiting to be tapped. And when you act as if you're unstoppable, you begin to draw from that well. You begin to unlock capabilities you never knew you had. The greatest achievers in history, the innovators, the leaders, the game changers. What set them apart wasn't just talent or luck. It was their mindset. They acted as if they were unstoppable, and in doing so, they became unstoppable. They faced the same doubts, the same fears, the same obstacles that we all face, but they chose to push through. They chose to keep going when others would have given up. Take Steve Jobs, for example. He was fired from the company he co-founded. Can you imagine that? Being kicked out of your own creation? Most people would have seen that as the end, but Jobs saw it as a new beginning. He went on to found Next and Pixar, and eventually returned to Apple, leading it to become one of the most valuable companies in the world. That's what it means to be unstoppable. Or consider J.K. Rowling. Before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon, Rowling was a single mother living on welfare. Her first Harry Potter book was rejected by 12 different publishers, but she didn't give up. She kept pushing. She kept believing in her vision, and now her books have sold over 500 million copies worldwide. That's the power of acting as if you're unstoppable. Now, I'm not saying you need to become the next Steve Jobs or J.K. Rowling. Your path is unique to you. But what I am saying is that you need to approach your goals, your dreams, your life with the same unstoppable attitude that these achievers had. So how do you do it? How do you cultivate this unstoppable mindset? It starts with your self-talk, the voice in your head that narrates your day, that comments on your actions and decisions. That voice needs to become your biggest cheerleader. When you face a challenge, that voice should be saying, "You've got this. You're unstoppable." When you're tempted to give up, that voice should be saying, "Keep going. You're unstoppable." Next, you need to surround yourself with people who believe in you, who support your dreams, who lift you up instead of tearing you down. You become like the 5 people you spend the most time with, so choose wisely. Seek out mentors, friends, and colleagues who embody that unstoppable spirit. Their energy will fuel your own. Then you need to set big, audacious goals. Goals that scare you a little, goals that make you think, can I really do that? Because here's the secret. You can. When you act as if you're unstoppable, those big, scary goals become exciting challenges. They become fuel for your fire, driving you to push harder, reach further, and achieve more than you ever thought possible. But setting goals isn't enough. You need to take consistent, relentless action towards those goals. Every single day, you need to do something that moves you closer to your dreams. It doesn't have to be big. Small steps taken consistently lead to massive results over time. Remember, being unstoppable isn't about making huge leaps all at once. It's about moving forward no matter what, one step at a time. Failure. Because when you're pushing yourself, when you're reaching for big goals, you will fail. It's inevitable. But here's the thing. Failure is not your enemy. Failure is your teacher. Failure is your opportunity to learn, to grow, to become even stronger. When you act as if you're unstoppable, failure becomes nothing more than feedback. It's information you can use to adjust your approach, refine your strategy, and come back even stronger. A time when you failed at something important to you. How did you react? Did you let it define you? Did you use it as an excuse to give up? Or did you learn from it? Did you use it as motivation to push even harder? From this moment forward, I want you to embrace failure. Welcome it, because each failure is proof that you're pushing yourself, that you're growing, that you're becoming unstoppable. Fear. Fear is the enemy of unstoppable action. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of the unknown. These fears can paralyze us, keep us stuck in our comfort zones. But here's the truth. Fear is just a feeling, not a fact. It's not reality. It's just your mind trying to protect you from potential harm. And while that's useful when you're facing physical danger, it's not helpful when you're trying to achieve your dreams. So how do you overcome fear? You act. You take action despite the fear. You feel the fear and do it anyway. Because when you act as if you're unstoppable, fear loses its power over you. It becomes nothing more than background noise, drowned out by the sound of your own determined footsteps as you march towards your goals. Now I want you to think about your biggest dream, the one that scares you the most, the one that you've been putting off because it seems too big, too difficult, too out of reach. I want you to close your eyes for a moment and really visualize that dream. See it in vivid detail. Feel the emotions of having achieved it. Let that vision fill you with energy, with determination, with an unshakable belief that you can make it happen. That vision in your mind? Good. Now I want you to open your eyes and ask yourself, what would I do right now if I truly believed I was unstoppable? What action would you take? What decision would you make? What step would you take towards that dream? Whatever your answer is, I want you to do it. Right now, today, don't wait for the perfect moment, because there is no perfect moment. There's only now. And when you act as if you're unstoppable, now is always the right time to take action. Remember, being unstoppable isn't about never facing obstacles. It's about how you respond to those obstacles. It's about the mindset you bring to every challenge. When you act as if you're unstoppable, you don't see problems, you see opportunities. You don't see roadblocks, you see detours that lead to even greater destination. Water for a moment. Water is one of the most powerful forces on our planet. It can carve canyons, shape coastlines, and even wear away mountains over time. And do you know why water is so powerful? Because it's persistent. It never stops moving. When it encounters an obstacle, it doesn't give up. It finds a way around, over, through. It keeps flowing, keeps pushing, keeps moving forward. That's what it means to be unstoppable. And just like water, you have the power to reshape your world. You have the ability to overcome any obstacle, to find a way around any barrier, to keep moving forward no matter what. But only if you act as if it's true. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. But what about luck? Don't some people just have all the luck? Well, let me tell you something about luck. Luck isn't some mystical force that chooses favorites. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. And when you act as if you're unstoppable, you're always prepared. You're always ready to seize opportunities when they present themselves. In fact, when you cultivate an unstoppable mindset, you start to create your own luck. You become more aware of opportunities around you. You become more willing to take risks, to try new things. And as a result, more lucky things start to happen to you. It's not magic. It's not chance. It's the natural result of approaching life with an unstoppable persistence for a moment. Persistence is the fuel unstoppable action. It's what keeps you going when things get tough, when progress seems slow, when everyone else has given up. And here's the thing about persistence. It's a choice. You choose to keep going. You choose to keep pushing. You choose to be unstoppable. The bamboo tree. When you plant a bamboo seed, nothing appears to happen for the first 4 years. You water it, you nurture it, but you see no visible signs of growth. But in the 5th year, something amazing happens. The bamboo tree suddenly grows up to 90 feet in just 6 weeks. Now, was the tree doing nothing for those first 4 years? Of course not. It was developing a complex root system that would support its rapid growth. Your dreams, your goals, your vision for your life, they're like that bamboo tree. You might not see immediate results. You might feel like nothing is happening. But if you persist, if you keep nurturing your dreams, if you keep taking action even when you can't see results, you're building a foundation for explosive growth. And when that growth comes, it will seem like it happened overnight to others. But you'll know the truth. You'll know it was the result of your unstoppable persistence. Now let's address something important. Being unstoppable doesn't mean you'll never feel tired, discouraged, or overwhelmed. You're human after all. You'll have bad days. You'll face setbacks. You'll encounter obstacles that seem insurmountable. But here's the key. Unstoppable people feel these things and keep going anyway. They recognize that their feelings don't define their actions. They choose to act based on their commitments, not their emotions. So on those days when you don't feel motivated, when you're tempted to give up, I want you to remember, motivation is fleeting, but commitment is enduring. Don't wait to feel motivated. Act on your commitment to your goals, to your dreams, to becoming the best version of yourself. Because when you act as if you're unstoppable, you become unstoppable. Growth for a moment. When you adopt an unstoppable mindset, you commit yourself to constant growth and improvement. You recognize that there's always more to learn, always ways to get better. You see challenges not as threats, but as opportunities to grow stronger, smarter, more resilient. This commitment to growth is what separates the achievers from the dreamers. Dreamers wait for things to happen. Achievers make things happen. Dreamers hope for better circumstances. Achievers create better circumstances. Dreamers say, I wish. Achievers say, I will. And unstoppable people, they don't just say, I will. They say, I am. They embody their goals, their dreams, their vision for their lives. They act as if they've already achieved what they're working towards. Now, I want to address something that often holds people back from acting unstoppable. The fear of what others might think. Maybe you're worried about looking foolish. Maybe you're concerned about failing publicly. Maybe you're afraid of standing out or being different. But here's the truth. What others think of you is none of your business. Your life is not a democracy. You don't need anyone's permission to pursue your dreams, to believe in yourself, to act as if you're unstoppable. In fact, when you start acting unstoppable, something interesting happens. Some people might criticize you. Some might try to bring you down. But others will be inspired by you. They'll be drawn to your energy, your determination, your unwavering belief in yourself. And those are the people you want in your life. Those are the people who will support you, encourage you, and help you reach even greater heights. Remember, every great achievement in history started with someone deciding to act as if they were unstoppable. Every innovation, every breakthrough, every leap forward for humanity began with someone refusing to accept the limitations others tried to place on them. You have that same power within you. You have the ability to reshape your world, to leave your mark, to achieve things that others might say are impossible. But it all starts with a decision to believe in yourself, a decision to commit to your dreams, a decision to act as if you're unstoppable. And that decision isn't something you make once. It's a decision you make every single day, with every action you take, with every challenge you face. I ask you, what would your life look like if you truly believed you were unstoppable? What would you do differently? How would you approach your goals, your relationships, your career? How would you handle setbacks and obstacles? How would you treat yourself? Imagine waking up every morning with an unshakable belief in yourself and your abilities. Imagine approaching every challenge with a certainty that you will find a way to overcome it. Imagine pursuing your dreams with relentless determination, knowing that nothing can stop you unless you allow it to. That's the power of acting as if you're unstoppable, and it's available to you right now. You don't need anyone's permission. You don't need to wait for the perfect circumstances. You just need to decide. Decide that from this moment forward, you are unstoppable. Decide that no obstacle is too big, no setback too severe, no challenge too daunting. Now I want you to make a commitment to yourself, a commitment to act as if you're unstoppable for the next 30 days. For the next month, I want you to approach every situation, every challenge, every opportunity as if you were truly unstoppable. Push past your comfort zone. Take risk. Face your fears head on. Pursue your goals with unwavering determination. And here's what will happen. At first, it might feel uncomfortable. It might feel unnatural. You might doubt yourself. But if you stick with it, if you consistently act as if you're unstoppable, something amazing will happen. You'll start to believe it. And when you truly believe you're unstoppable, you become unstoppable. Remember, you are the author of your own life story. You have the power to write whatever ending you choose, so make it a great one. Make it a story of triumph over adversity, of dreams achieved, of a life lived to its fullest potential. Make it the story of someone who refused to be defined by their circumstances, who chose to rise above every challenge, who decided to be unstoppable. Your story is still being written. Each day, each moment, you have the opportunity to add another chapter, to take another step towards your dreams. And when you act as if you're unstoppable, those chapters become filled with incredible achievements, with moments of growth, with victories both big and small. The people you admire most, the ones who have achieved great things, who have made a difference in the world, they're not superheroes. They're not gifted with special powers. They're ordinary people who decided to do extraordinary things. They're people who acted as if they were unstoppable, and in doing so, they became unstoppable. You have that same potential within you. You have the same ability to achieve greatness, to make a difference, to leave your mark on the world. The only difference between you and those you admire is the decisions you make and the actions you take. So I challenge you. You start making decisions as if you were unstoppable. Start taking actions as if nothing could hold you back. Because when you do, you'll be amazed at what you can achieve. Setbacks. Because when you're pushing yourself, when you're reaching for big goals, setbacks are inevitable. You might face rejection. You might experience failure. You might encounter obstacles that seem insurmountable. But here's the thing. Setbacks are not the end of your story. They're just plot twists. When you act as if you're unstoppable, setbacks become opportunities. They become chances to learn, to grow, to become even stronger. Every setback teaches you something valuable. It shows you what doesn't work, which brings you one step closer. Thomas Edison once said, "I have not failed. You just found 10,000 ways it won't work." That's the mindset of an unstoppable person. They don't see failure as the opposite of success. They see it as part of success. They understand that every no brings them closer to a yes, that every closed door leads them to the right open one. The next time you face a setback, I want you to ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this make me stronger? How can this bring me closer to my goals? Because when you approach setbacks with those questions, you transform them from obstacles into stepping stones. Let's talk about comfort zones. Your comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there. Growth happens when you step outside of what's familiar, when you challenge yourself, when you do things that scare you a little. And when you act as if you're unstoppable, stepping out of your comfort zone becomes second nature. Every time you do something that scares you, you expand your comfort zone. You prove to yourself that you're capable of more than you thought. And each time you do this, you become a little more unstoppable. Because the more you push your limits, the more you realize that those limits were mostly in your mind. So I challenge you. Do one thing every day that scares you. It doesn't have to be big. Maybe it's speaking up in a meeting when you usually stay quiet. Maybe it's trying a new hobby you've always been curious about. Maybe it's having that difficult conversation you've been putting off. Whatever it is, do it, because each time you face your fears, you chip away at their power over you. Let's address something important. The power of your thoughts shape your reality. They influence your emotions, your decisions, your actions. And when you act as if you're unstoppable, you need to cultivate unstoppable thoughts. Pay attention to your inner dialogue. What are you telling yourself throughout the day? Are you encouraging yourself, or are you tearing yourself down? Are you focusing on your strengths, or are you dwelling on your weaknesses? Are you looking for opportunities, or are you making excuses? Remember, you become what you think about most of the time. So fill your mind with thoughts of success, of achievement, of unstoppable progress. Visualize yourself overcoming challenges. Imagine yourself achieving your goals. See yourself living the life you dream of. Because when you fill your mind with these thoughts, you prime yourself for success. This doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending problems don't exist. It means approaching those problems with a solution-oriented mindset. It means believing that no matter what challenges you face, you have the ability to overcome them. Habits. Your life is the sum of your habits. The small actions you take every day, repeated over time, shape your reality. And when you act as if you're unstoppable, you develop unstoppable habits. Start small. Choose one habit that will move you closer to your goals. Maybe it's waking up an hour earlier to work on your side project. Maybe it's reading for 30 minutes every day to expand your knowledge. Maybe it's exercising regularly to boost your energy and confidence. Whatever it is, commit to it. Do it consistently, even when you don't feel like it, especially when you don't feel like it. Here's the secret. Motivation follows action. You don't have to feel motivated to take action. You have to take action to feel motivated. And when you consistently take action towards your goals, you build momentum. That momentum makes you feel unstoppable, which in turn makes you act unstoppable, which makes you unstoppable. Now let's address something that often holds people back. Perfectionism. Perfectionism is the enemy of progress. It's the voice that tells you you're not ready, that you need more preparation, that everything has to be just right before you can start. But when you act as if you're unstoppable, you understand that done is better than perfect. You see, perfection is an illusion. It's an impossible standard that keeps you stuck, that prevents you from taking action. Unstoppable people don't aim for perfection. They aim for progress. They understand that it's better to take imperfect action than to wait for perfect conditions. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop trying to get everything right before you start. Take action now with what you have, where you are. You can adjust course along the way. You can improve as you go. But you can't steer a parked car. You have to get moving first. Resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, to keep going when things get tough. And when you act as if you're unstoppable, you develop incredible resilience. You understand that it's not about how many times you get knocked down. It's about how many times you get back up. Resilience isn't something you're born with. It's something you develop through experience, through facing challenges and overcoming them. Each time you face a difficulty and push through, you become a little more resilient. Each time you encounter an obstacle and find a way around it, over it, or through it, you become a little more unstoppable. So embrace challenges, welcome difficulties. See them as opportunities to grow stronger, to become more resilient, to prove to yourself just how unstoppable you really are. Let's address something crucial. The company you keep, you've probably heard the saying, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And when you're acting as if you're unstoppable, you need to surround yourself with people who support that mindset. Seek out people who inspire you, who challenge you, who believe in you, even when you doubt yourself. Find mentors who have achieved what you want to achieve. Connect with peers who are on similar journeys. Build a network of positive, supportive people who will lift you up when you're down and celebrate your successes with you. At the same time, be willing to distance yourself from negative influences. People who constantly doubt you, who try to bring you down, who tell you your dreams are impossible. These people can drain your energy and dampen your spirit. You don't have to cut them out entirely, but you do need to limit their influence on you. Remember, when you act as if you're unstoppable, you become a beacon. You inspire others. You show them what's possible. And in doing so, you naturally attract other unstoppable individuals into your life. Let's talk about gratitude. It might seem counterintuitive, but gratitude is a powerful tool for unstoppable people. When you're grateful for what you have, you open yourself up to receiving more. When you appreciate your progress, no matter how small, you motivate yourself to keep going. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have. It helps you see opportunities where others see obstacles. It gives you the strength to persevere when things get... Because when you're grateful, you realize that no matter how difficult things might be, you always have something to be thankful for. So practice gratitude daily. Take a few moments each day to appreciate how far you've come, to be thankful for the challenges that have made you stronger, to acknowledge the people who support you. This simple practice can transform your mindset and fuel your unstoppable journey. Now let's address a common misconception. Being unstoppable doesn't mean you never rest. In fact, rest is crucial for sustained success. Just as an athlete needs recovery time to perform at their best, you need periods of rest and rejuvenation to maintain your unstoppable momentum. The key is to rest strategically. Use your downtime to reflect on your progress, to recharge your batteries, to plan your next moves. See rest not as a sign of weakness, but as a necessary part of your unstoppable journey. Because when you're well rested, you're more creative, more productive, more resilient. You're better equipped to face challenges and seize opportunities. Vision. When you act as if you're unstoppable, you need a clear vision of where you're going. Your vision is your North Star, guiding you through challenges, keeping you focused when distractions arise, motivating you to keep pushing forward. Take some time to really think about what you want to achieve. What does your ideal life look like? What impact do you want to make? What legacy do you want to leave? Make your vision as vivid and detailed as possible. Write it down. Visualize it regularly. Let it fuel your unstoppable actions. Remember, your vision might evolve over time, and that's okay. As you grow, as you achieve goals, as you learn more about yourself and the world, your vision might change. The important thing is to always have a compelling vision that excites you, that pulls you forward, that makes you want to be unstoppable. Now let's address fear again, because it's such a common obstacle. Fear is natural, it's part of being human, but unstoppable people don't let fear control them. They feel the fear and act anyway. They understand that on the other side of fear is growth, is achievement, is the life they dream of. The next time you feel fear holding you back, I want you to ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? And can I handle it? More often than not, you'll realize that the worst case scenario isn't as bad as your fear makes it out to be. And even if it is, you have the strength to handle it. Because when you act as if you're unstoppable, you develop the resilience to bounce back from anything. Patience. Being unstoppable doesn't mean instant success. It doesn't mean everything comes easily. It means having the patience to keep going, to keep pushing, to keep believing even when results aren't immediate. It means understanding that great achievements take time. The success is a journey, not a destination. Think of a bamboo tree again. For years it grows underground, developing a strong root system, and then suddenly it shoots up, growing incredibly fast. Your journey might be like that. You might feel like you're not making progress, like your efforts aren't paying off. But if you stay patient, if you keep nurturing your dreams, your moment will come. And when it does, all your patience, all your persistence will pay off. Now, as we near the end of our time together, I want to remind you of something crucial. You are capable of so much more than you realize. You have strengths you haven't discovered yet, abilities you haven't tapped into, potential you haven't explored. And when you act as if you're unstoppable, you begin to uncover all that. So I challenge you, from this moment forward, act as if you're unstoppable. Approach every day, every task, every interaction with the belief that nothing can hold you back. Face your fears, pursue your dreams, push your limits. Be patient with the process, but relentless in your pursuit. Remember, being unstoppable isn't about never falling. It's about always getting back up. It's not about never facing obstacles. It's about always finding a way through, around, or over those obstacles. It's not about being fearless. It's about feeling the fear and acting anyway. You have everything you need within you right now to be unstoppable. You have the strength, the resilience, the creativity, the determination. All you need to do is believe it and act on it. So go out there and show the world just how unstoppable you are. Your incredible journey starts now.